Well, today we will introduce you to our market selection process for the export of coconut oil. We hope each point will be explained with the greatest clarity, otherwise do not hesitate to ask at the end of this video. The people who is speaking to you are David Patarroyo, Daniel Espitia, Juan Arismendi, Julian Cortés, Daniel Londoño, and who speaks to you now, Laura Piñeros. Without further preambles, let us start with the main objective. Our goal is to analyze and identify which country is suitable for the export process of coconut oil. This will be done by means of a research matrix which will compare the most important variables. We will establish which country meets the most important variables to facilitate the introduction to new markets. Each of the requirements of export logistics for products will be understood. In this case, will be the coconut oil. Finally, the country most suitable for export will be effectively selected.
Okay, to identify our type heading, first we enter to the DIAN platform and search for type heading. So in this case, we search the section 3, that means oils, vegetables, or animals, and select that. And we see the chapter 15. Okay, in this part, we search the heading and search a oil of coconut, that is 1513. So we select that, and after we choose a coconut oil and fractions, not a palm or babasu oil. So we choose the subheading 10. In this part, we choose only oil, and that is all. So we have the chapter 15, the heading is 13, and the subheading is 11. The Nandina or can is 00 and commentary 002. So this all.
Problematics. Many problems can arise when exporting, such as the entry of this product is difficult since the legal requirements are too extensive in these countries. Time can play against due to legal requirements since these countries frequently release new rules and laws that make it difficult for the product to enter. On the other hand, risk variables such as inflation, local productivity, and local costs can be present that can make it difficult for the product to enter, since the demand for the product to the country to be exported may be affected. At the time to enter the country, we are going to encounter several problems. For example, we will face the competition, so we have to take into account the weak and positive points of these companies in order to enter the market. And competitive, we have to have a competitive advantage. Also, language and communication are going to be a big problem when you want to offer a product. Cultural and social factors will make important when presenting the product in this country. Um, um, in the other hand, the product will research a new market where we may have difficulties when entering the Asian market. And also, The demographic and geographic factors will be fundamental when exporting the product. For example, the environment and climatic conditions to which we are going to deliver the product must be seen since it has to be kept at adequate temperature. We have realized that when exporting this product to the Asian continental, we will present problems in the culture since Asians don't assimilate the product in the same way as they are assimilated in other countries. Since if the product is not well present to the market, the demand for the product may be reduced.
This is our work chronogram for the coconut oil export work. Okay, this is our work chronogram, and the different tasks we divide it in 4 weeks. The first week was 28 September to 4 October, and the last week that we finished was the 17th of October and 18 October. Okay, the first pass was the product to export search information and the selection. We search a good product that have a good characteristic and have a good value and extra value for the country to export. The next is the tariff heading in the platform of Yan and general and smart objectives for the work. We we choose the label and the method of investigation. Next, they recollect information about advantage problematic to develop to. So in this case, we search a good advantage for enter to the new market of this country and find a good value in this new market. And we start the presentation in the week 2 um, with the slides and document and selection of the countries that 3 countries we choose. So after we have data about countries export factors and the analysis of countries factor and product match. So this is the last part of our work chronogram, and in the 4 week we have the final analysis and the decision for the country to export our product. And this all. Thank you.
For the research method, a quantified method will be implemented in which the point in favor of coconut oil in different markets will be known. For the analysis of each market, a matrix will be used that will profile each country and score them in each of the variables chosen. In the end, an individual assessment will be made by aspect, so that is then the average with the weight of that aspect and joined among its peers. The overall scores will be compared, and the country that scores the highest will be the one that exports the coconut oil, giving us the most feasible option for the only purpose of obtaining optimal results.
In this video, we are going to see how the effectiveness of this search plan was thanks to the production items, food, which means direct consumption, and also the variable of these processes once signs something for some products, such as cream and different cares for the skin or even the food itself. This raw material is important, which will be coconut oil. As we can analyze in this table, Asia is the one with the most market share
due to both South Asia and Southeast Asia, occupying the first and second places regarding to the global participation of the main consumers of this product, showing us the effectiveness of exporting this product to Asia and its different countries explained in the matrix. Within the region, the main byproduct of exported coconut is unprocessed copra, followed by dried coconut, while the most interesting product is the coconut water packaged in Asia as well as in Europe and North America, which is already a drink with the most acceptance and growing demand. The main export destinations include China, Malaysia, and United States, Europe, Singapore, and Pakistan, which account to 70% of the world demand. Search for scientific information was carried out in different databases that allowed find relevant information in the last 10 years, limiting the search to clinical studies carried out with the human population. The general population has been increasing their concerns about their health and image. As a result of these trends, the market has flooded consumers with the best information, offering a wide range of emerging products that can help implement healthy lifestyles and therefore reduce the appearance of chronic non-communicable diseases. The world supply of coconut has historically been led by country oceans. The top three producers in the world have been Indonesia, Philippines, and India, where the production of this food is very important because in Indonesia generates export earnings. In Philippines, the crop represents the quarter of the total land in the country or the India contributes to the general economic, specifically rural areas for the
India, despite being a good country, is worse in relation to the other two. Little comparability with China and very far from Japan. We can realize that with regard to imports, China has too much presence in both countries, as does the United States. Curiously, we can realize that with regard to Colombia, sports will have presence in the three countries almost on par with Japan and India, but China is far above. Also, in terms of participation in percentage, we realize that China is moving forward, but we also have participation in three countries different from percentage growth of sports where it is necessary to analyze more independent where we see that India is not interested in increasing business with our other country, where use that expect it will no longer be ideal to export tree, because if we analyze China and Japan, it grows, but it does not grow as much in terms of generally tariff. It is something that also affects use a lot, but China and Japan have tariff below in India exchange. If they miss with use all, in preference, we do not have any decision country at yet. We also see logistic profits, but Japan is taking the lead in niche market. We see that India is stale to roast. In terms for per capita party, Japan is in the lead. If we put unreliability high price on the products, that is good to be sold. It is more likely that people can but either compare it to India recording inflation. We see how Japan does not even reach 1% last year, while India has 5% inflation. It is not so bad, but in our case it is. We also see that China has 3%, but is it acceptable? But it will not be the best option. Finally, we see the country risks, which ranges from A2 to E. We see that India has a C risk, which indicates that our products could suffer many losses, which could suffer many mishaps. China is B, which is good, but Japan is an A2, which will have little probability of something happening with other products. What is we analysis part by part, factor by factor between the three China and Japan will be taken for making this decision.
Well, to conclude, after a deeply analysis of our three possible countries, we decided, as a group, to choose Japan. Our decision is based on the favorable economic environment that this country has for the exportation of our product, which, being a product focused on the field of beauty and appearances improvement, is in a good demand in this country. The Asian country becomes beneficial because its risk is of A2, which is really good actually, generating more confidence for us in our product's introduction. From the financial aspect is beneficial too, despite the country actually does not have any preference towards us, or country to be more specific, because of the low percentage of the duties. This is what it actually makes it beneficial for us. And compared to the other two countries that are China and India, it has less duty requirements, being actually only 9 in total. The counterpart that this country has is the negative growth that Colombia has on Japan's importation. But we like to be positive actually, so we like to think this would be nothing but a delay.